Cassie has just revealed explosive new evidence against Diddy, throwing the courtroom into complete turmoil. Insiders describe an atmosphere of utter shock as lawyers scramble to process the unexpected revelation. This game-changing move has completely altered the course of the case, leaving Diddy and his legal team struggling to react. Witnesses report that Diddy appeared visibly shaken, his usual confidence nowhere in sight. This dramatic twist follows months of intense legal battles, fiery exchanges, and shocking accusations.
The singer Cassie says the incidents occurred throughout her 10-year relationship with Combs. Her suit was filed under a law that allows alleged sexual offense victims to file past the statute of limitations. Cassie says she wanted to speak out before that law expires next week. Mr. Combs has denied all the allegations. For more, let's bring in entertainment attorney Dante Mills. So, Dante, thanks for being with us. Cassie has signed with that label when she was just 19, and Sean Combs was 37. What's alleged to have happened after that?
Thank you for having me, Catherine. So in this lawsuit, I just wanted to be clear. This is a civil lawsuit. This is not a criminal lawsuit. There's no chance here as we stand for Sean Combs to go to jail. It's a civil lawsuit about money. And the claim is that during their relationship, he was physically abusive, that he required or demanded that she perform certain sexual acts with other people while he was there.
Cassie, who has been at the center of a whirlwind of accusations against Diddy, has now presented what legal experts are calling game-changing evidence. While the exact details remain undisclosed, insiders suggest it could be damning enough to shift the entire case against Diddy. Reports indicate that the evidence may include never-before-seen messages, financial records, and possibly even recorded conversations, potentially uncovering hidden truths about their past relationship.
He, in fact, raped her shortly before she left him. She said she did not want to have sexual relations with him, and he forced himself on her. That's the basis of this lawsuit and why it's moving forward. Now, you are right to talk about the fact that this lawsuit was brought in New York because these things happened years ago. So the statute of limitations is gone most places, but in New York, they had this law where they opened it up for a year and said if you're a survivor of sexual assault, you have a year to bring your claim, and that expires next week, November 23rd of this year.
Okay, so you've handled several high-profile cases. What would your defense strategy look like?
Absolutely. I have a lot of high-profile clients, and the first thing that comes to mind when we get these lawsuits in, not just of this nature, but any of them, is that the people are about money. This is a civil lawsuit. And at the end of the day, Cassie would receive money if she wins.
Three insider sources reveal that the newly presented evidence includes emails, text messages, and audio recordings that directly implicate Diddy in the allegations against him. Introduced in court earlier today, this evidence reportedly exposes shocking details about Diddy's behavior and the extent of his alleged misconduct. As the revelations unfolded, the courtroom descended into chaos. Diddy's legal team scrambled to discredit the claims, while Cassie's attorneys stood their ground. The situation grew so intense that the judge had to call a recess to restore order.
So Cassie's legal team, how are they going to handle questions about why she stayed in the relationship as long as she did and then waited so long to report the allegations?
Absolutely. That's a tough issue because when you're in a relationship for that long, sometimes things build up. Where you go in and you're being wined and dined and everything is good, and gradually things get worse. So if I'm on her team as her attorney, I'm making it clear that that's what happened here. That the relationship started out good, but gradually it got worse and worse to the point that she was caught in this vicious cycle. She was caught under his thumb and almost didn't even realize it until she got out of there. And some years went by, and then she began to process and heal and say, I went through things that I did not agree with, and that should not have happened to me. That's what her side would be saying. If I'm on Sean Combs' side, I'm saying that none of this came up while they were in a relationship.
The courtroom erupted as soon as Cassie's legal team unveiled the evidence. Prosecutors wasted no time, calling it the missing piece that could solidify their case beyond a shadow of a doubt. Diddy's lawyers, visibly caught off guard, were seen urgently whispering and flipping through documents, clearly unprepared for this shocking turn of events. One legal expert described the moment as a checkmate move, potentially leaving Diddy with no escape. Meanwhile, social media has gone into a frenzy, with hashtags like Cassie vs Diddy and explosive evidence trending worldwide.
Mila Morales. She's a former makeup artist for Diddy and also Cassie Ventura, working for Diddy for years and eventually becoming a friend of Cassie's. In 2010, Mila alleges that she heard Cassie being physically abused and was a witness to the aftermath of the alleged attack. She joins me now. Mila, thank you so much for being here. This has been, for so many people, illuminating, infuriating, troubling, devastating. You can go down the list of things, but it's so difficult to speak about.
I know.
Being a witness of anything. Tell me how you must be feeling just knowing that this has even come to light.
Well, I have kept this secret for like 14 years. I mean, the first time I experienced it was 2010.
Cassie's supporters are applauding her courage for presenting the evidence, while Diddy's critics are calling it the smoking gun that could finally bring justice to his accusers. The shocking revelations have reignited debates about his innocence or guilt, with many speculating on how this new evidence will shape the case's outcome. For months, Diddy has staunchly denied all allegations, insisting that he is the target of an orchestrated attack. His legal team has aggressively worked to discredit witnesses, challenge timelines, and dismantle Cassie's claims. But with this latest development, their defense may be facing its toughest battle yet.
I was in the hotel room when Puff came in, and I had no idea Cassie left. And when I woke up, I just saw his presence come into the room. They went into the bedroom and shut the door, and all I could hear is screaming and yelling and whatever was going on in there, I don't know. But all I could think of was to grab Cassie's things and start packing it up and just getting her out to safety and bringing her to my house. So that's kind of like what transpired from that night. And once she came out of the room, she was badly, beaten.
Oh my God. What did her physical appearance look like?
I mean, it was knots on her head, black eye.
But with this new evidence on the table, Diddy's legal strategy may be crumbling. If the evidence is as damning as sources claim, his battle has just gone from difficult to nearly impossible. Let's take a closer look at how this story unfolded. Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, filed a lawsuit against Diddy earlier this year, accusing him of harassment, manipulation, and abuse during their relationship. This case has quickly become one of the most closely watched legal battles in recent memory, with both sides presenting compelling and controversial arguments.
Were the police at that point or anything?
No, we didn't know what to do at that point because, Puffy is a very powerful person and we were quite terrified. So I just, brought her to my house, and my friend, who is a doctor, I called her, and thank God she was in town because we didn't know what to do. And she treated her for, just to make sure she didn't have a concussion or anything like that. But it was really it was painful to see Cassie like that because she's such a beautiful human being, and for a man to just hurt any sort of woman or child or animal, it doesn't matter, but Cass is a good friend of mine, and I just felt, I just didn't know what to do. I felt like, I don't even know how to describe how I felt that night.
Even Diddy has consistently denied the allegations, calling them false and defamatory. But the new evidence presented by Cassie has cast serious doubt on his claims. Social media is buzzing with reactions to the courtroom chaos. Fans, critics, and legal analysts alike are weighing in, some calling this the beginning of the end for Diddy, while others believe it's just another strategic move in a high-stakes battle that is far from over. Regardless of where people stand, one thing is clear: this case has taken a dramatic turn, and the fallout is only just beginning.